Taking a look at some local news, how is the future work of the general election going? Parliament was dissolved with effect from midnight yesterday. The Gazette notification in this regard was released last night bearing the signature of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. According to the Gazette, the general election will be held on the 25th of April. Accepting nominations will be conducted from the 12th of March to 12 noon on the 19th of March. The Gazette also notes that the new Parliament will convene on the 14th of May 2020. With the release of the Gazette notification confirming the date of the general election, the Gazette notification containing information regarding district returning officers, number of MPs selected from each district and places where nominations will be accepted is scheduled to be released today. The National Elections Commission says it will expedite matters pertaining to the general election. Meanwhile, the chairman of the National Elections Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, called on the chief prelates of the Askeri and Malwatu chapters today. The chairman first called upon the chief prelate of the Malwatu chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Tibbatuwawe Sri Sumangala Thero. The chairman thereafter called on the chief prelate of the Askeri chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Waragagoda Sri Jnanaratana Thero. The chairman then addressed the media and expressed his opinion regarding the upcoming general election.
The fact that political meetings should not be held at religious places of worship and the fact that election propaganda should not be carried out through religious events is being notified through religious leaders. We hope to inform the clergy at all religious places of worship in all districts through the returning officers about this. This does not mean that the clergy do not have the right to engage in politics. There is no hindrance for politicians to obtain blessings from any religious place of worship, but we ask that media briefings that are of political nature are not held at these locations.
Now taking a look at one of your local stories making headlines, the Ministry of Public Administration is notified to return all official vehicles and vacate all official residences used by former deputy ministers, state ministers and MPs before the 20th of this month. Minister Janaka Bandarathanakon said all state and deputy ministers as well as MPs had been notified in this regard following the release of the Gazette notification dissolving Parliament. The minister requests all concerned parties to hand over official vehicles and houses within the allocated time period to avoid any hindrances. Minister Janaka Bandarathanakon added that several former ministers from the previous government had still not vacated their official residences. The 8th Parliament was dissolved with effect from midnight last night. Now taking a look at more local news, here are some of the views expressed in the political arena following the dissolution of Parliament. It is important to create a government which helps us govern a country. They are attempting to popularize a lie. Some say they are not allowed to work. They can complain that they were unable to complete certain tasks due to hindrances over the past 100 days or so. We operated as a minority government. We did not have a majority government. It is important as a 46-year-old woman
Have been informed in this regard. The lady has been identified as Kodini Mapitigama. She was born in 1974 in Handapangoda. We are in contact with her. The medical reports have confirmed that she has contracted the virus. She contracted the virus from an 89-year-old woman she had been taking care of. Everything that needs to be done from our end has already been looked into. We urge the general public and all Sri Lankans to follow proper preventive measures.
Meanwhile, a media briefing was held at the Health Ministry today.
දකුණු කොරියාව ඉතාලිය සහ ඉරානය කියන රටවල් වල මෙම රෝගය
As the coronavirus is rapidly spreading in South Korea, Italy and Iran, all tourists and Sri Lankans who arrive in Sri Lanka from such countries on board aircraft or ships will be subjected to a 15-day quarantine process.
මගියන් ඉරානය ඉතාලිය සහ දකුණු කොරියාවේ සිට පැමිණෙන සියලුම මගීන් දින 15ක නිරෝධායනකට ලක් කිරීමට අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
මේ දක්වා VIP.
The VIP lounge was not included in this process before, but now this too will be included in the medical check-up process. As of yesterday, 1,954 are currently subject to a background medical check-up. Among the arrivals are 679 Sri Lankans, 747 Chinese nationals and 380 from Korea. A bulk of these arrivals are residing within the Colombo district. Based on what has been reported, a ship that was due to arrive in the country today will be diverted to Oman. We have not instructed any ship not to arrive in the island. Any ship that arrives in the island can refill their tanks and obtain other services, but passengers cannot disembark.
වශයෙන්ම නෞකා එන්න එපා කියලා අපි කිව්වේ නැහැ. අපි කියන්නේ ඒ නෞකා පැමිණෙන්න ඒ නෞකාවල තියෙන සේවා කටයුතු ඉන්ධන එවැනි දේ කරන්න මේ ඒ මගීන් ගොඩබිමට එම වළක්වන්න කියන එක.
During a media briefing held at the opposition leader's office today, opposition leader Sajith Premadasa expressed the following views. We believe that during the time frame spent holding this position, we have carried out our duties to enact the responsibilities that should be fulfilled towards the people, rather than fulfilling our personal agendas. I would like to reiterate that I am stepping out from being the opposition leader after carrying out many duties. Now, in more headline-making stories, 281 kilograms of Kerala ganja has been seized by the Sri Lanka Navy in Nagarkovil, Jaffna. The Sri Lanka Navy said the stock of Kerala ganja, which were floating off the seas of Nagarkovil, had been discovered by the Navy while patrolling the seas. The stock of ganja will be handed over to the Narcotic Bureau of Jaffna for further investigations. Now, in more local news, a media briefing organized by the SLPP held in Anuradhapura today. Addressing the media briefing, Minister S.M. Chandrasena said legal provisions will be formulated in order to ensure the environment's not harmed during the election season. The Gazette to dissolve Parliament was issued last night. Posters have been pasted on top of our beautiful painted walls. This is very disappointing. As the Minister of Environment, I urge all Sri Lankans to stop pasting posters and banners. Posters, banners and cutouts which are harmful to the environment should not be used during this general election. We will work together with the President to formulate legal provisions in this regard. The government, the V-Force, along with Kansai Eslon, initiated a project today to paint 7 preschools which fall under the purview of the Colombo Municipal Council.
Four preschools falling under the purview of the Colombo Municipal Council will be painted today. They are the Peterson Preschool in Vallavatta, Stanley Jans Preschool, Colombo 3, Naita Preschool in Colombo 7 and the N.M. Pereira Preschool in Vanathamulla. 3 more preschools will be painted tomorrow by the members of the GUM at the V-Force. This event saw the participation of the Group Director of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited, S.C. Veerasekara, Charity Commissioner of the Colombo Municipal Council, Shanika Ranavira, and several other dignitaries. Several players representing the Sri Lanka cricket team also joined hands with the members of the GUM at the V-Force to fulfill this altruistic task.
Preschool is where we lay the foundation for the entire education system of a student. So V-Force, GUM at the V-Force has begun another initiative where we have chosen nurseries in areas surrounding Colombo so we can go and modify the nursery for those children to study in. I am currently at the Kolpiti nursery called the Stanley Jans here in Colombo to modify and paint the walls. So the children studying here will have a very friendly, a pleasant and a conducive environment to engage in their academic activities. Stay tuned to Newsfirst. We are here to bring you the latest update on this great initiative that V-Force GUM has launched. Signing off now for the Newsfirst team, I'm Azra Hassan.
Thank you, Azra, for that comprehensive report on GUM at the V-Force. Now, the 69th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Air Force was held yesterday.
A special religious ceremony was held on the 1st of March at the Kalaniya Rajamaha Vihara to commemorate the 69th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Air Force. A special tree planting program was also organized in line with the anniversary celebrations yesterday. A program to clean the road to Adams Peak has also been organized and will come into effect from tomorrow. The Sri Lankan Air Force was formed on the 2nd of March in 1951 as the Royal Ceylon Air Force. It was later renamed the Sri Lanka Air Force on the 2nd of March 1972.
Well, that is a wrap of lunchtime news here on TV1. For more news, log on to our award-winning website www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm David Paldan. Take care.